Welcome to Comatoast Plays D&D.
Last time, y'all had a chat with the Knights of the Silver Sun. They said that they would look into what's going on.
I'm listening. What's that?
How do you have the giggles already?
He's fucking around with his cherries.
I'm trying to eat cherries.
So they're just stabbing it. I can't get sorry.
All right.
Get him right now.
So you talk to the Knights of the Silver Sun.
Sorry.
You talked about taking maybe a different approach to what you had originally done with your attempt to draw out the potential vampire. They said that they would go gather some information, a list of points of interest in the covert area, so you could start looking at maybe people who have something to lose, something to protect, and maybe that's why they're being quiet there. Was at least the thought that they had. The information they went to gather last you spoke to them. You did your due diligence, getting some folks from a couple of different temples to aid you in both checking out the validity of the possible fiend, and then also, once that was confirmed, assisting to contain the sort of battlefield so that the succubus would not be able to run too far, which came in very handy during the fight, as she did try to run and almost got away, but was stopped by the ward put up by the acolytes of Pelor.
Thank Pelor.
Thanks, Pelor. Real swell guy.
Appreciate it, bro.
The tent, by the end of it, was a blazing inferno, thanks to some fires y'all started.
Well,
You left that blaze in your wake and went back to the consul at the Sunwell Administratum. Virgus Lumen showed him the corpse of said succubus, got paid your 3,000 gold, and then he promised to grant you half of the recovered gold from the tent once the fire had died down, and you discussed possibly using the other half to free, or at least get the young Dragonborn boy Nezroth out of that bad situation.
So wait, he gave us half the gold?
He promised you half the gold. It had not been recovered because the fire was still going.
Oh, he gave us a 3,000. He just promised us half from the 10. Okay.
Correct, yeah.
Right.
Assuming that a traveling brothel of that size probably had a fair amount of coin. You, after getting your money and having that conversation with Consul Virgus Lumen, you had headed back to the Borhat Inn. Ran into the Knights of the Silver Sun, who, although confronted rather aggressively because they had not shown up to the tent, finding out that the couple of homeless individuals you had sent to send them that message had never spoken to them.
Add him to the list with passing rain.
good one to lose. I like it.
And you went to bed. So we will be picking up as the green light starts to crest the horizon.
On the 19th.
On the morning of the 19th, yes.
Well, I don't know, because it's the 18th. Didn't we do the drunken all night? We sent Gilvin out drunk, right?
That was the night of the 17th.
Fuck.
Correct, yeah.
Fuck.
Which went into the wee hours.
Yeah,
of the
then we
18th,
stayed up
to be fair.
all
Right.
through the
Then we
night. And then
slept through the
day.
afternoon, woke up, and then fucked shit up on the 18th.
Right.
Okay.
And then you got fucked up so
again.
hard that you were ready to go right back to bed.
So it's the 19th.
He got fucked up.
Yeah, I have 4 hit points as my maximum.
Lil had a 4 hit point.
As your maximum.
Necrotic
Kiss of
damage.
Ouch.
What is this, level 1?
Don't
It's worse than
pick,
level 1.
Don't pick any fights until I don't know.
Wait, do you wake up with your full hit points?
So Succubus fucks.
I don't know. I haven't clicked long rest yet.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Succubus fucks hard.
Yeah, I guess. I forget how long.
Maybe that demon tongue.
Yeah.
There's an option when we long rest that says reset maximum HP. Do we do that or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you will be at your regular
I didn't know if it
maximum
took
now.
like a magical heal. or
It did
something.
not. It did not reset my maximum HP.
You're
Oh,
using
confirm.
the
Okay.
override, yeah.
We failed your saving throw.
Typically stuff like that, like necrotic damage, or hers, that ability in particular is actually psychic damage, but it does what necrotic damage does. Stuff that reduces your maximum hit points will either come back on a long rest or via like greater restoration.
Greater restoration. I'll have that someday. Hopefully.
One day.
Should. So,
Sweet.
morning light breaking over the horizon. You guys went to bed not super late, but after having had a pretty hard fight, so you wake up fairly early.
On the morning of the 19th?
19th.
Fuck, my calendar's ruined. I need a new calendar.
Did you cross something out?
Well, every day is off by one. Because I think traveling, I thought we arrived on the 13th and we arrived on the 12th.
So you arrived on the 14th.
Just put another box here.
Oh,
like
yeah.
19 in it. And right
Was your-
Yeah. So no, I
Time is a
have
human
fighting goblins that
construct.
was on the road.
No, that matters.
Yeah.
What
So,
is time?
but yeah, so I put that we arrived on the 15th when we arrived on the 14th.
No way.
So,
What's a
But I
calendar?
look at John's a lot.
It's like, I've spent so much time on
it's
your.
fine. It was only like
Honestly, yeah, Jiraiya wouldn't know how to read a calendar anyways, so he probably just use it as toilet paper.
One day it is.
I just, in my notes, I just write real big.
you would have
He
probably
probably
very
would.
little concept of the passage of time other than like night, day, and the seasons. That's fair.
I've seen some winners.
Exactly. Yeah. So, morning arrives. Y'all trickle downstairs to your usual morning breakfast routine. Dry goes to pray. Anything special today?
I'm just gonna I think just focus it on thanking him for giving us the group the power to take down the team.
So as you kneel down on the roof of the borehouse, as you have been the previous day.
Yeah.
Does Thal go with him?
Thal accompanies you as per usual. He sits and he's doing his little snaky dance thing. You thank Bahamut for the strength that he granted you and the aid that he granted your allies, keeping you safe, helping you to garner the assistance of holy men of other sects and religions and sects. Thanking Bahamut for all of the great things that happened yesterday to lead to your victory over the succubus. You feel a warm breeze kind of brush over the back of your neck and up over the scales of your head, down your snout, reminiscent of the dragon breath you felt in dreams past. It's affirming, comforting. Feel good about it.
Climb back down. Go eat some breakfast.
All right, returning to the group. In the inn.
Oh, and Thal.
Yes, Thal accompanies you. For our potential listeners, Tyler, the player of Thal, is not here tonight, but you all gather.
Pour a little bit out.
Please, not on the table.
One out for the home. He got corona.
He got corona. Yikes.
Just joking.
He's still
Guys.
probably fine.
It's probably.
Probably.
I don't know.
Maybe.
So you all gather at the table. Your usual from your last few weeks in the city. You have your coffee and breakfast brought out to you by Meliodas, and as he comes out bearing the tray, he starts setting stuff down. Good morning, guys. Here you go. Your chunky coffee, as per usual. Phil.
Yes. Thank you.
Real quick, I want to get to. I mean, you guys have been great. I enjoy having you here. You did pay out 2 weeks in advance, and today's the day.
Is it a do again then?
Already.
Are you sure?
I don't believe it's 2 weeks.
If we paid
I'm
for
sorry, you paid for 1 week.
okay,
My
that is-
apologies.
That is closer.
The God that speaks through me sometimes fucks up.
Alright, I'll go ahead and pay for us for another. What do you think? Another week?
For the vampires. Yes.
Right, for another week.
5 rooms, same as before.
Right.
All right.
I think Thal can sleep in the cart.
Oh my god. I'm trying to save like 5 silver. Yeah.
Gotta save him money, man.
I'll get. Oh.
Okay. He did save my life. I guess he can sleep.
Least you can do.
Still keeping the cart and horses and everything taken care of?
Right, and then the food.
Okay, and you said 1 more week?
Yes.
All right. Wow, I don't remember what I charged you before. We'll just say 30 gold.
Starting the worst over of the establishment.
For 5 rooms.
Meliodas.
For 7 days.
5.
5 days.
Yeah.
I need to look at the calendar again.
But that includes the 5 rooms, food for everybody, upkeep and care for the cart and the horses.
The food is included.
Yes, of course.
Meliodas. I was wondering,
Jiraiya.
how much would it take for you to hire a chef for the kitchen?
Well, I do all the
Not to
cooking
be-
myself.
Yes, we've all noticed that.
Thank you.
Alright.
But you must
I
be
give
so
him the
busy.
Full 30 gold.
Thank you.
But what would something like that cost?
To hire a chef? Well,
Do you know anyone?
I don't really see the need. I can handle it myself. Elizabeth helping most of the tables. I've been taking care of you guys because I just like you.
We like you too.
we do.
I said, try it. Felv has salt.
Think behind it.
Prestidigitaltation.
Well, thanks for paying again. I'm glad you're staying for another 5 days. Enjoy having you guys around. Anything else I can get you?
Oh, yeah, and an ale if you
Of course. Eggs and eggs.
actually make it 2. We had a long night last night.
Do you know if the Knights of the Silver Sun are here?
Yeah, I think they're in their rooms. They're usually coming down around this hour. I'm sure they'll be down before too long.
And have you seen Passing Rain?
Passing Rain, the tabaxi you asked about a few days ago?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, good.
She stopped in briefly, very early this morning before you guys were up. She didn't stay long though.
Do you know where we can find her?
Did you see her go off with any new people in town?
I did not.
Next time you see her, just let us know.
Yeah, she does a wonderful tour guide.
Yes.
Will do.
Thank you.
Of course.
She just bailed, right?
Yeah, she took our 15 gold and bounced.
A minor offense, but very irritating.
Felv's 15 gold.
Yeah, at this
Got a
point,
fucking nat
if we
20
don't
to bounce out of there without you guys.
murder her,
Yeah.
then what are we doing?
So are we just waiting for the nights then to wake up?
We've got some
I had some
money.
Right, we do have some money.
We do have a shopping list.
We did. I have a hat to pick up.
Yeah.
So I have arrows to pick
I
up.
have a
Random
gem.
things to pick up.
Didn't
My
Possibly
shopping
those
trip was
potions.
Arrows
to the
from-
point. I'm good to go.
Same place.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Do we? How many days have it been
Remember
since we commissioned the potions?
Commissioned is an odd word. You didn't like pay them. They were-
Right. They
asked.
said they would be ready.
Right. He said they were brewing to have
It'd be like a week.
like a couple. Yeah, he said it would
A
probably
week,
be at least a
okay.
week for what he was working on.
Okay, so it's been like 2 days.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's what I wanted to see.
If I'm not mistaken,
We already blew through our potion.
Herb also gave you the same estimate, though he's not as magically inclined as Kato, so he may not have as much.
And Thal told us that he could make
I still have one potion.
if you can find the things.
Thal has he's able to make like a type of healing potion class ability that he has.
And does it last forever, or does it last for like a day?
I want to say it's a day.
Still. I'm sure he's
Or he can only make a certain amount until you use or something. I forget the specifics. Yeah. So y'all are chatting. The door opens. A couple of city guards walk in. You see two side by side, each one holding the handle of a chest
Does it smell
held
like
in
money?
between them. They kind of scan the room for a second, see you like nod and walk over. Oi. You're the guys.
Yes.
Right.
You did this sucky bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
The fucky bitch.
Right. The fuckybus.
Yes.
Heard that one. We got a delivery from the consul. Here's this, and they set the chest on the table in front of you.
All right, treasure.
Would you like to read this, Jiraiya?
I'll read it too.
I hard squint and eat my.
Read it out loud.
So far, nameless group. In the chest, you'll find your half of the reclaimed gold from Madame Maga's not-so-traveled worthy brothel. With the other half, and a little political fiddling with Ignatius, I was able to secure the purchase and subsequent freedom.
He was given a face at Ignatius, the patriarch of the Austrians.
I couldn't remember if it was that guy or the one we didn't murder, but our one shot did. Continue.
No.
I was able to secure the purchase and subsequent freedom of the young dragonborn lad. Lad? I thought it was a lass.
Lad.
Oh, the boy. Okay. I'm thinking of the
Girl was the
yeah. That's what happens when we don't play for like 3 weeks. And also an older slave of his choosing. He pointed out a fellow named Jagad, saying he was a friend of his father's. Jagad agreed to be a caretaker for the boy, and they will be given papers and a place to stay with me until they determine their next steps. I live across the street from St. Silk's Slippers, in the house that is obviously smaller than those on either side. Can't miss it. Feel free to visit them if you like. I expect they'll want to leave the city before long. P.S. Put some serious thought into that group name. You're starting to get a reputation as folk who can get things done. People talk. And that's from Leuven.
Right, here's a. So happy.
So this gold, huh?
Yes, I open the chest.
Opening the chest.
Let me see this.
That's
Very good.
Badass note.
Quite well so far.
It's awesome. Did you print that first and then do that, or did you? Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
All right.
Smells good.
The wax.
Yes.
Did you spray perfume in it?
No, the wax is melted Yankee candle.
Yes.
That's what I had.
That's really
The staining and stuff is.
Coffee?
Yeah.
coffee grounds and a lighter occasionally. Or?
No. No, I didn't do any burning on this one. But yeah, you pop open the chest. You see a healthy sum amounting to 1,200 gold.
Yeah, maybe we should take this up to our rooms before we start carrying it.
Who
Definitely.
else is in the common room? Who else?
Just a couple other people trickle down. No one immediately nearby.
Anyone looking at
Can we look? Yeah, can we look to see if anyone's?
I make strong eye contact to anyone.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys. I mean, there were guards that walked in with a big chest and.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
So they're like
Oh, yeah.
curious, couple curious eyes peeking.
Aye, it's just a bunch of tea bags. Alright, we'll just take this up.
Tea bag.
loud tea bags, man.
My tea bag is legendary.
Tea bags and
Anyways, so
Tea bags. Cotton balls. That's all. Ching,
So
ching,
there are-
ching, ching, ching.
are we splitting it 6 ways?
horseshoes.
These
We
tea
could,
bags?
or we could take this and start a party fund.
Yeah, just do that.
I do have the bag of holding that we can
Yeah.
just put a.
Can we put the
The
whole
entire
chest
chest
in
in.
it?
The chest is probably a little big itself. You could certainly dump the gold in.
Yes.
Alright.
Should we maybe put the gold in a bag and then put that in the bag of holding so you're not reaching in and just pulling out?
No, because you can reach
Gobs
in and be
of
like,
gold.
I want 50 gold. And like, oh, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
Alright, but upstairs.
Yes, let's do that.
Fuck them.
No, yeah, let's
What are they going to do?
give them back the chest so they can take it away.
That's true.
Just dump it right here.
We killed us.
Or-
That's what are they gonna do?
Right.
Exactly.
We got this. We're killing a demon.
We're known
I
for
feel-
being
Do you want a beer?
badasses.
Is the chest part of the... I mean, we could maybe use a chest later.
Speaking of beer, Melly just brings you over your ales.
Who
A
knows?
gift?
Who knows? Yeah, it could
Are
be
the
part of
guards
a
still here?
ploy.
No, they've departed.
And they left the chest.
All right,
They
yeah.
already left.
Chest.
All right, good.
The chest.
I wanted the chest.
Yeah, we want the... I want the chest.
Put it on the
I
cart.
didn't think.
Yes.
We'll use it.
Is it large like feminine?
The chest is not largely,
It only has one mound.
and it's many.
So how much gold are they
1,200.
putting in the bag?
1,200,
All in.
1,200 gold pieces.
Dump it.
Oh, could we just put it with like the
Oh.
wagon or whatever?
The
chest?
chest. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. Why don't you do that, Drea? Since
Did you guys want to see? Oh, yeah.
What's
this
for you
here?
guys? Whoever wants to hold on to it, hold on to it.
I got the other one
I'll
here.
do that.
Whatever.
I
Said
grab it.
1,200
The chest?
gold.
Yeah.
I'll mark it on your thing.
Is that
Why don't we put it on the
boy trying to
I'm just... So the... Or I can mark it. I just want to make sure we don't forget about having a
You
chest
probably have to talk to him.
for later.
so we're trying to
What are we doing?
1,200 gold.
The boy.
Yes.
The Dragonborn boy.
Yes.
is he trying to travel outside the city with us?
It doesn't
Do you
say.
know?
It doesn't say.
Well, it just said something about it. They want to leave as soon as
So
possible.
him the older dragonborn that agreed to be his caretaker, Jagged, is the gentleman that you spoke to when you were on the plantation.
Perhaps we should visit them.
He said
Yes.
that they would likely want to leave the city soon.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
didn't say
So
how or where.
hopefully,
What do you think they would need? Maybe we could get them provisions. Supply.
I'm sure we could see what provisions they have.
'Cause we
If
just
not,
got a
we could just give them.
Ton of gold.
Yeah.
Or we could give
Here, 50 gold.
if everyone
Have fun.
agrees.
yeah.
I don't know that we should give former slaves 50 gold and send them about their way.
Why
That's
not?
true. I was wondering if
They likely ended up
They're-
beaten in an alley.
we could buy him a traveler's pack and some food.
And something to disguise themselves for the road.
That may be smart.
How about it?
I have a lot of dresses and hats.
I know you do. And it concerns me every time you remind me.
I'm a dragonborn, man. I don't think those costumes gonna
But-
fit.
No.
How about,
We could pick him up and take him shopping.
I was thinking perhaps maybe we could hire them as the drivers for the cart.
That is a very good idea.
Great idea.
I am.
Good
That's
idea.
why you keep me around.
Yes, I like this.
When will we leave the city, or will we do this?
After this,
We tell them now, we leave whenever.
we still have to find Gelvin's cousin.
Our fuck!
And do the thing.
Yes,
Yes.
but after the vampire.
Nar
We'll be
fuck.
leaving.
And
Still
those
haven't
sucks.
figured out even a good lead for that, have we?
Yeah, we got some.
Yeah, the Knights of
They're
the Silver
getting-
Sun said they were doing some research
getting more information
yesterday
for us.
We were,
That's why I want to talk to them.
we were too,
I have a really good question.
while we were dealing with the succubus.
Question for those guys.
Okay. So
Should we bring the Dragonborn?
As you're speaking, the Knights of the Silver Sun walking down the stairs.
speak of the.
Kind of groggy. And
Should we bring the
their eyes.
Dragonborns here and maybe have them stay in our room? It might be safer for them.
We'll talk to them later, see what they think. For now, we got the dwarf here.
Oi!
Boy.
Crumdall and Cora walk
Morning
over
to
to
ya.
the table, pull a couple of chairs from another table nearby, move over and sit down. Morning.
Good morning.
You look pretty rough coming back in here yesterday.
You look fresh.
Be nice, Olo. Maybe not.
What is the problem? You approached me rather, what?
He is always.
He was just not doing very well after the fight.
You didn't look it.
Looking a little better today.
A little butthurt. Or better, I can't. Sometimes I have a problem with your accent. Sorry. Continue.
Don't mind him, he's a southern lad.
So I have a question about the vampires.
Good.
How do vampires become vampires?
I think that's a good question.
Typically, they're, typically always, they're bitten until death and turned into undeath by a vampire before them.
And do they join? Is there any known covens that they would have to pledge fealty to?
It's possible, but that's what we spend our time rooting out, is the, covens and groups where they crop up.
So do
Takes
you,
time.
do you believe that this is the reason why none of these incidences are reported? Like, are these people being attacked? Not killed, but are they being turned into vampires?
That is possible, but given past experience, we're led to believe that when that many people are getting turned, it's hard to control everybody. Not everyone will be able to keep their pants on, so to speak. It's been kept so quiet. We think it's not more than maybe a few.
And did you find anything out on your mission yesterday?
Aye, we did a little bit of looking in, gathered a sort of list of 6 likely points of interest in the sort of more covert area, places where we're frankly not even sure the attacks happened, but places to maybe look into there. There's a brothel. There is
We're
the
familiar with this.
Not in the brothel.
Can you ever really have your fill?
Which brothel?
In the city, not the tent that you.
No, but we've visited one in the city.
I believe this is the only one. Or is it no?
It was the one by the docks.
No
is
wonder
where we
that
went.
tent was so popular.
There was a gnomish man that ran it.
Don't know who runs it, but yes, it was near the docks.
Fair. Likely the same.
And speaking of being near the docks, there's the dockmaster's office is also in there. Cracked Spines is a bookshop. The Dirty Sack, which is
Are these all the points of interest you're talking?
yes, aye.
The Dockmaster's Shack?
Office.
Office? Shack?
His shed?
Cracked
I think he lives
Spines.
It's Joe's Crab Shack.
Spines. It's a bookshop. The Dirty Sack, which is like just barely inside the circle.
We've been there.
Where?
The Dirty Sack.
The Dirty
Dirty
Sack.
Not that place.
Place called Clincher Loans.
What do you
Clincher
clinch?
Clincher Loans.
Arena.
It's Nylander, I think. And then a spot called Gleam, which I think is a jeweler.
Gleam.
Aye.
Maybe you need some more dresses on. Or maybe some pretties to go with you.
I'm sure you could hook you up with some pretty little bracelets. They go with your nice evening gown.
What was the name of the brothel?
The name of the what?
The brothel.
Didn't have one. Not as far as I knew. No sign this ways.
So why do you think these are points of interest?
That's about all there is aside from general folk living, warehouses and such.
Gotcha. So
People we think might have something to protect, reputation, something like that.
there.
Were there any attacks at any of these places?
At any of them specifically, not that we can track directly to them. No.
Did you interview any of these owners?
We did not. Yesterday we had just discussed finding the points of interest to begin with. Figured you might want to do that bit.
So tell me, in your line of business, the undead sort,
Aye.
does healing magic affect them differently? Say, like, if you're like, hey, you should live more and cast a healing spell. Are they like, ah, I am dead. You see what I mean?
As far as we've been able to tell, no.
Fair.
Good idea.
Thank you.
Some man or undead creatures have vulnerabilities to some radiant magics. Healings, specifically, no. That's as far as we've been able to see.
Gotcha. Interesting. Scales, you have no way of detecting undead. Try.
I believe. No. I can turn undead. Or no, divine sense. Yeah. So I think that includes
Find the thing you use to find the thing.
celestial fiend and undead. I can use it 5 times every long rest.
Really?
But it only works within 60 feet, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, so 60 feet. Not behind total cover. So you gotta be seeing.
Okay. I have ideas. We will speak soon. Well, I guess we can speak now. I don't think the Knights of the Silver Sun are.
Going to plot against us?
No, I think we're
Right in
pretty
front of
much.
us?
Yeah.
Hey, no.
So, at least for one of these things, the dirty sack, an easy way to maybe get everybody around. I could do my thing, play a tune, get everybody in the open. You could check.
I like
that.
that.
That would be an easy way to, I don't know, cross the place off, but be sure there's no direct.
Maybe we should hit that last in the evening. When there would be a bigger
Yes,
crowd.
Besides, better
And when the vampires might be at.
right in
Yeah,
tips,
the attacks are more in the evening, right?
typically.
Hey,
Maybe we should do all the interviews.
Well, maybe the brothel as well. Maybe we could do the same plan.
Yes.
The rest.
And make a little money.
Yes.
For playing, not for sleeping with anyone.
I was really
I don't want no part of this. Anyways.
Fair.
You're very bitter today.
Well, they did try to kill me last night.
Well, we tried to kill them too. Fair.
Some of the victims that were attacked, have you talked to them at all?
no, we spoke before. The reports have been coming in mostly anonymously.
And on a moose. Sorry. These things that just happen up here, I should just let them stay.
Absurd. Okay. I guess
Is there any more questions that we had?
I don't believe so.
just thinking to myself.
Is that all the information that you have at this moment?
Aye.
Relevant to our goal?
Aye. Besides past information we've shared, we can rediscuss if you need.
Have you ever heard? Actually, I have one more question for you. Have you ever heard of the Jaren Isles? Or traveled to them?
I've been to them, no. But heard of them, yeah. South?
Right.
How far?
Yeah, we were wondering kind of where they got or.
Pretty far south. I believe. Distance, I'm not sure. Like I said, I've not traveled that way myself. We've been invaded from them, so certainly not an uncrossable distance.
Have you heard anything, like about free dragonborn living there still, or anything like that?
Aye. Yeah. All the more, bestial races. Around the muck, down there.
Just checking up on the information. Alright, thank you.
Sure. Well, we'll be seeing you. Let us know if you find anything. If you need any help.
Yes, we will come let you know in person if we need help next time. Just to make sure.
Hey. And they head back to their table and start ordering breakfast and whatnot for themselves.
I pressed the dissertation their breakfast so it doesn't taste bad.
Nice.
Siege.
They appreciate that.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
What time of day is it? Real early.
Yeah, you guys are still at breakfast.
Okay, so this map we were given initially had all the X's of where the attacks were, right? So the more violent ones were down here, and that's where like the brothel and
No.
dirty sex.
No, it's in the bigger circle.
Just where the covert ones were.
Yeah.
Thinking that if they're being that much more careful and quiet,
Then they probably live in that area.
maybe that's near home.
Okay. Well, I guess we can make our way towards those places, yeah? And you can
We have some shopping to do along the
pick
way.
up your shopping. Maybe chat with people. Maybe some pick up the shopping, some go check out one place or let's just meander down. Where's the first place we have to go to?
I don't know on the map. Where's that? What was that shop we were at?
The weaponsmith?
Yes, non-immune was the place where we need to be. I don't know where you bought your hat at. Silks and stuff, slippers and no, that's not what you
I
bought.
got her hat from the tailor.
Yeah, that wasn't Sense silk slippers.
Thatcher's Textiles.
Oh, Thatcher's Textiles. Oh yeah, I have that above. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I drew it.
But there's also the Dragonborn near Sense silks and slippers. We could go to non-immune and get your hat and our weapons, and then head down to talk to the Dragonborn and then investigate, because it'll be later in the day. Investigate these 6 places.
Did you need to stop at the silks and slippers or whatever?
Just next door.
Oh, it's next door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, let's do that then.
So we head towards non-immune.
So you will be passing Sense Silks and Slippers on the way there.
Oh, okay. I thought since silks and slippers was on the way to the other 6 places.
The others. Oh, I got
The
it.
points of
Well, the other
interest.
6 places are kind of in between.
Okay. Okay.
We go
We
to
go.
the nearest place first.
Right. So, heading on down to Sense Silks and Slippers. You get there. It's a very fancily decorated luxuries shop. Pretty sizable. You don't. You're not there to go in unless you would like to specifically. But now that you have that as a point of reference, you look across the road, and you do see tucked between 2 very large manor houses, a much smaller, though nice.
A double wide.
Not exactly that. But a smaller but still nice home. Presumably that of the house.
I walk up to the door.
Walking on up, you knock.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's one.
You wait a beat. No answer, but you're kind of waiting, and
Yeah, I'm being
out of the corner of your eye, you see a little little shuffle. You look over, the curtain by the windows pulled by. You see little
I look
Rob
in.
peeking through the window. He sees you. You see him giggle and close the curtain, and then you hear a. Jesus. Door opens. Hi,
Narzal.
Nazroth.
Nazra?
Nazrath.
Nazroth.
I have it written down right
Nazrath.
Son of a bitch.
Norzov.
It's alright, you can't read your own writing. That's canon.
I kind of pick him up and give him a big hug. Put him down.
He's giggling. Yeah. This is what I don't know. Kids flail their arms when they're happy. Shut up.
Where is your guardian?
Oh, Jagged, he's inside. Come on in. He pulls the door wide so you can all walk on in. Shuts the door behind you.
How do you spell Jagod?
Jagod.
Actually, you can use either, because giraffe.
Alright,
So, yeah.
We all walk in.
He shuts the door, you hear him lock all the various bolts and chains and things behind him. And then he runs to the front of the group and grabs Dry by the hand and starts to kind of like lead you guys to through a couple of rooms towards the back of the house, into the kitchen, where you see Jagged sitting at a wooden table, kind of eating a bowl of porridge. He hears you all walk in.
Is he the one that we talked to?
Yes. Ms. Roth, you brought guests. He stands up from his seat at the table and walks right over to you, Dry, and reaches out a hand.
And grab like a good one.
He clasps it tightly, and he's got a good grip. He's been working that shit his whole life, so he's right there with you, like a nice like forearm handshake.
How are you doing, brother?
Puts his other hand on your shoulder.
You put your hand straight on his chest.
That's good to hear. We're very dramatic.
That's
Dragon Boy.
That's a thing you should now just do socially. How are you doing? Let me feel your heart.
Except to women.
Or do. I don't know. This is your life.
Hand still clasping and the other on your shoulder. He kind of like looks to the rest of the group and to you again, and you see like one tear just fall out of his left eye.
I mage in my bed. Gently away.
He just kind of shakes his head and smirks.
So I hear you trying to leave the city.
Yes. Too many negative memories in this place.
How soon were you thinking?
As soon as we figure out where to go. We've heard rumor of a place far to the south where our kind can be.
I have heard the same rumor. We have some unfinished business here in the city. But after we leave, we would like to take you with us.
Where?
Possibly everywhere, but eventually perhaps
Yes,
to this place.
to the Jaren Isles.
The Jaren Isles.
That is to the south, and there are free dragons.
That is the island you speak of.
The place I speak of is on the continent.
Well, we can take you there too.
Yes.
Just to make
Where
sure
is
you don't accompany any problems on the way.
Yes. I have my papers as well, brother, but not everyone.
You should see how many fights we've almost gotten into because people did not like his papers. Yeah, at least 3 now. At least.
I believe it.
I felt like burning food.
Not that I don't think you can take care of people.
We can avoid the roads.
Well then, do you need any supplies? Or gold?
That would be it. You've done too much.
No. This will be worth it. Muhammad wants this.
Thank you, brother.
Now we will be in town in the shopping right after this, so you can pick up whatever you may need, even if it's weapons, armor. It'll be on.
I would not turn down a sword or a spear. For safety on the road. Perhaps a dagger for the boy.
Maybe a bow and some arrows for hunting.
That would be welcome.
Do you
Well.
know how to hunt?
I can learn, as our ancestors did.
I reach into my sack and I pull out the longsword and the dagger. Here you go. These are things.
With magic. Reaches forward and takes them. Your friend has fancy abilities. Sets those on the table.
Ah, yes.
But the city can be a dangerous place as well.
It is much appreciated.
I would carry extras.
Do you need any anything clothing wise as far as for traveling? I don't know if you're planning on going south or north.
South is the best option we have in terms of movement.
What is this place called? You heard the name.
We haven't gotten a name. We've just been told it's on the southern shore.
Have you heard any word from his father?
The boy? We had heard what you did last night. We assumed you fell prey to it.
It's possible, but we did not get confirmation.
We have no idea who they may have killed.
Fortunately, we
But-
did not uncover any bodies or anything.
They won't be killing you.
This is good.
Do you need shoes? Boots?
That would be welcome as well.
Tent?
Perhaps some pumps. Maybe some heels.
We have, at this point, honestly, nothing besides we kind of.
Who's upstairs?
Cats.
His image changes.
Throw a dagger.
He kind of does, one of these and just kind of motioning to the clothes that they're currently wearing, given to us by the council.
Although, I think they'll need the full set.
Yes.
Everything.
We should take them with us shopping.
You needn't worry. We can go ourselves.
Not just give you the gold for everything you need. How much would that be, ish? He just gave him the sword and the dagger.
Yeah, they won't need a ton if they're just getting clothes for traveling.
Yeah, but food and water and
Yeah, none of that
a
stuff is terribly
backpack,
expensive.
bedroll. Alright.
Tell me, do we need the cart?
Or the horses.
If they want to be on their way, we'll just
But they
Yeah,
wanted
that's
to avoid the road.
We need extra
we'll get them extra tires, wheels, whatever too.
Or just the horses.
horseshoes.
There's only 2 of them.
These are just
Yes, we can always get more horses. We just give them the horses.
they make more every day.
There's these things called horse farms.
There is a stable minister in the city.
Oh yeah, we could buy new horses. And keep our old horses.
Get on fresh horses.
Yeah. Alright.
Just don't feed them a bunch of sugar cubes.
So they already know about the stable now?
We do. You may want to pay a visit.
And when you go shopping and stuff after we give you the gold, maybe just I don't know, people wouldn't normally know who you are, but maybe say you're friends of the no name group for now. So at least they know how to swindle you.
I'm not sure friends of the no-name group would hold much clout. No offense.
Because we have no name yet. I know some people, but I don't know their dog. Yes, perhaps we should.
Yes. Thought, what do you think our name should be?
Y'all, I don't know. All I know is I fucked a demon and I'm a little fucked up about it.
That's fair.
1 second is bleh, and then next second she's bleh, and it was not a good bleh. I don't know.
Not enjoy.
That's funny.
I mean, I still had fun.
So, you don't want to travel with us. You'd rather just go about your way as soon as possible.
Where would we be going?
Well, I think at
Would
some
be
point
here.
in time we were gonna go south anyways, but we're still here in the city for the next 5 days.
What I worry is that you, while it is much appreciated, you do dangerous things.
We do. You would be in danger. But you'd also have
No,
armed
that's
guards.
fine. I was just trying to, just figure out what you wanted to do. Because we do have stuff still that we have to accomplish in the city, so if you wanted to leave sooner, we can make that happen for you.
Yes. I do think our next destination we were thinking of was Wycliffe. And from there we did not know
Is
where
that
our
south?
road leads. I do not think so. I think it is back towards the east.
You would know that it is
I think with horses they'll be fine.
fairly far northeast.
Horses, weapons, hunting. Alright, I'm gonna lay down. What do you think? 20 gold pieces? Is that a lot?
To you, anything more
To
than
you,
like
yeah.
6 is a lot.
How
many fingers do you have?
Fairly well. That would, yeah, I mean, they'd be able to get a pretty good number of, like, rations and general supplies and stuff for 20 gold.
Alright, I'm gonna try to work it out. Where do I go? Yeah. Actually, I'll just give them 50. Just to be. They're bros. They're bros.
Anything over 8.
You should be careful with that. Make sure it's concealed. Don't flash it around. Maybe even tell them, no offense, but tell them maybe that you're purchasing for your masters, not for yourselves.
That's a good idea.
That strikes me as very wise. That's right. Thank you. Drive. Yeah, kind of leads you away from the group. Nezroth sort of tries to follow him for a second. He sort of like scruffles his head and goes out with the others. He runs back into the group and says, "So, He starts going off.
He's just like,
Much more talkative than the last time you saw him. Jagged kind of takes you into the next room over. Something the girl, the young Australian girl from the plantation.
Yes. She's different, isn't she?
Very. She's earnest. Nezroth matters to her, and the rest of us do too. Or at least, she believes our people deserve better than we get, which is more than we get from most. And she is capable of distracting the men guarding the slave hold long enough for an escape. I've seen her do it. If our people make it to the tree line, they have a chance. Death or worse is a possibility, but so it is now, so it always has been for our kind. And most would prefer to take that risk in the name of getting out from under the heel that grinds them. I would not dare tell you what to do, but please consider it. Just giving them the choice.
Do you know how I would get her to distract the guards again? How could I communicate with her without her father knowing or a guard with her here?
She stopped by a little briefly to speak with us. She said you would be able to get a message to her by sending one to a woman named Anya Lang. She's a housemaid, someone who took caretaker for the girl on the plantation.
How do you spell it?
Anya, A-N-Y-A,
On your way.
Lang,
Lang.
L-A-G.
Alright.
One letter away. What's your name?
And then, how do you spell that last name?
Which one?
The plantation owner?
Osterweiss is O-S-T-E-R
O-S-T-E-R.
W-E-I-Z.
W.
What was the daughter's name? Do we know?
You know?
Well, she wrote us a note. Did she sign it or no?
Oh yeah, you're right. Marcella.
I will have to bring it to my party's attention. But I think they would support that. It would be a long journey for them.
It would. Those who don't want to take the risk or the journey simply wouldn't run.
But do you think they would all run?
At least most. I think.
Do you know how many children are there?
Not many.
Do they stay in the same quarters? Yes, I will pray about this, and we will see what Bahamut has to say.
Thank you, Jirai. Bahamut will be done this.
Yes. Bring him a hug. Bro hug.
Brings in
Bring him
a couple big slaps on the back.
And I walk out to the party and say, it's time to go.
Thank you again for all you
And I do a little scuffle on Nazareth.
kind of pushes your hand away.
Do they have hair?
No.
No, just like sometimes.
Little scaly scritch, whatever.
Just scratching behind the ears.
Yeah, like a little.
Just ruffling.
I was just curious. I was like,
A loving noogie.
Smite.
cheese.
Alright, let's go shopping.
Yeah.
On your way out. Hope to see you again.
I'm sure you will. Yeah.
Did you mark off your gold?
Alright.
Did you tell us on the way to non-immune about that?
No.
No. So where are we shopping first?
So, you're going to Nunnew, Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Taylor is next on the list, on the way. See familiar human gentleman Arndale Thatcher waiting inside. When you get there, his little girl kind of spinning in circles, her like pigtails flying around.
Hey there, then.
Hi.
I was,
Hat.
right.
Big hat.
Big hat.
Wait here.
That
He goes into the
biggest.
back room.
How big is this hat?
I feel we're about to find out.
Were you not with her last time?
Didn't you go alone or no?
No, you were right.
Oh, okay.
Big hat. So he comes out with this hat that is about 2.5 feet tall. Covered. When he like brings it up to you, and he like just takes your hand, like he doesn't care. He's like his face is lit up. He's so fucking stoked about what's happening right now. He like takes your hand and puts it on the hat. Feel how soft. It's covered in this incredibly soft black fur with small streaks of silver throughout. I'm told it's from a wolf of the Blackwood Forest. And here. And he like in the back, he like shakes around the tail. It's like tied around the brim where like the ribbon would be, and then it kind of trails off over the back.
Are we all in the shop together?
If you want.
Okay, Regina's like, what the fuck?
That's the most magnificent hat you ever seen.
Are you gonna wear this all the time?
Oh, maybe not when we're fighting, but on fancy occasions, I think.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you were about to wear this thing when we were fighting, because I'll tell you what.
Well, because things could happen, it could get destroyed. So I was thinking, do you have a hat box that could come with us?
Or a small house.
Oh, well, you know what? I can put it in the bag of holding. It'll stay safe there.
Yeah.
So Regina goes up to the hat and just kind of pets it, and it's like,
Right.
It's incredibly soft.
oh, that's.
I put it on.
Do you have any scraps?
How does it look?
It's extremely comfortable. It's kind of heavy. It's a
I
very
have a
large
strong
hat.
neck, though.
Yeah, you do. You got like a tree trunk neck going on. So it doesn't bug you that much, but it is heavier than other hats you've worn.
Does it have a chin strap?
It does not have a chin strap.
Probably
Regina
needs
legit
strap.
asks the tailor.
But
for
it fits
straps.
very like snugly and comfortably on your head. It doesn't really feel like it's moving too much unless you if you lean over a little bit, then it kind of starts to, you know,
If you slide down a tree on your shield.
that might be bad. but it's holding, and your tail comes down to about like mid back.
I turn to Regina and I practice taking it off in a gentlemanly fashion, and
like
You've been waxing the hat once or twice while he's practicing.
it's kind of like helping guy
well,
get
what
back
do you
up.
think, guys? How does it look?
Well, it's quite interesting that hat there you have.
Pretty strapping, right?
I
Quite
do
the
want
hat.
to know, sir, do you have scraps of that
fur?
Yeah.
Sure.
Are you willing to part with said scraps of fur?
I suppose.
Just a smidgen, just a small piece.
How much would you like?
Oh, the smallest little scrap you have. What do you got?
All right. Hold on a moment. He steps back into his back room and comes out with a little kind of like rolled up bit of pelt. He unrolls it on the desk. It's about like yay big. How much of it would you like?
Like just like a quarter of it, just a small amount.
All right. Yeah. Sure. 1 gold piece.
Okay, thanks.
And
And she
hey,
take like once she takes
How
it,
much
she
for-
just like goes to.
how much did the hat come to?
2.5 feet.
Don't believe it.
Did you not? You didn't.
I don't think because I don't think so. I didn't write it down.
You probably didn't.
I don't think I did. Because it was commissioned, so he wasn't sure what materials he'd need and everything.
Indeed, I remember that because I made the hat.
3,000 gold, please.
3,000 gold for this glorious piece of headwear. Well, given the pelts I had to acquire and the working of the hat, materials, tail, 10 gold.
10? There you are.
Thank you.
Normally I'd haggle, but this is more than worth it.
It's something.
Sure is. Sure is. You have made me one happy man.
I'm glad we're in good health.
Will do.
You look dashing. Anything else I can help you folks with today?
I am good.
Our group name could be called the Fancy Hats.
No, I couldn't.
No, I don't think so.
Not even if you buy us all fancy hats.
Fell in the fancy hats.
Let's get a ring to it.
Shut your mouth, salesman.
That was the deal. Anyway, well, farewell to you folks. And as you're heading out, Rosemary, stop playing that. He just gets his daughter away from something. Nunmune.
Before we walk in, I would like to empty my quiver of all but 2 arrows and put them in the bag of holding.
All but 2 arrows?
Yeah, because we get free refills. I do the same.
Brilliant.
Far story.
No, that's using the system.
Very good.
I gotta find out. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Or are you
I'll
gonna
let you
just
know.
take them right back?
Well, no, I can't hold more than 40 in my quiver. So
That's a lot.
I give you 5 arrows. And now I'm down to 2.
Oh, I should see how many arrows I have. I can only have 10.
I give you 32 arrows.
So I have 37 arrows.
Stock it on up.
And I had 6.
Nice.
So, walking into Nunmune, or up to Nunmune, as he's got his outdoor workspace, you see the familiar.
And my 6 silver arrows.
You see the familiar tiefling gentleman, a bit older, white skin, black hair, pronounced horns right behind the ears. Aurelius, who you had met a few times previously and done some shenanigans for. You approach and welcome back. Coming for the rest of your wait. You got all your arrows before, right?
No, I just
You
got half.
You got the dagger.
I got the
correct?
dagger.
Coming for the other half of your arrows and
The jet.
the javelin. All right. He goes and over to the side, pulls up a chest, sets it on the table. Flips it open. Arrows for you. Get your other 6 silver arrows.
How many?
6 more. So now there's 12 silver arrows.
And he pulls out this javelin, right? So you, like, the tip comes up first, and you see it's this, like, clusterfuck of, like, oversized fish hooks almost, like, come out of this thing. So it's, like, the main javelin point, right? Which itself has, like, 4, like, hooked barbs, right? Like, equidistant from each other on the center. And then there's just, like an array of, like, big, nasty hooks coming out, like, all around them on all sides. All coated in silver, as requested. And as he lifts it up out of the chest, you hear and you see like the chain coming up. He lifts it all up. Gets you in a big old circle.
I forgot about the chain.
It's perfect. Thank you.
Well, use it in good health. Anything else I can do for you?
Oh, we had quite the fight last night. I don't know if you heard about Madame Magus.
I saw fire.
Yes, that was us.
We had a big bonfire.
Yes.
Whoa, Madame Magus.
We kindled whores. Well,
Why?
She was a succubus.
A fuckybus.
Oh shit. Well, that's depressing.
Yes.
Well,
So we need those.
arrows.
We need that replenishment, if you wouldn't mind.
Alright, how many are you looking for?
I need 38 arrows.
How big is your fucking quiver?
It can hold 40 arrows.
Damn. Mine holds 20. I need 18 arrows.
I don't think I even have it. Do I have a quiver?
You might need to buy a quiver.
I would like to purchase one. With arrows.
How many? Do 20, I imagine, sure. No, it's all my quivers.
I was just remembering I got this off the goblin. They probably didn't have a quiver.
So he gathers up, you get your 38, you get your 18, you get 20, and a quiver. The quiver, call it a gold piece.
Thank you. I leave.
Good day.
Hey, good night. You can go have a
Have a
good
good one. I'm gonna go have a good day. Alright, so heading to Enchanted on the Shore?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You walk in, you see the devilishly handsome Kyrus Zulthora.
That's right, he's got that Leviathan axe. Oh, I'd just like 200 gold.
We have party funds.
I know, but I don't want to take them party funds.
Greets you.
Maybe after this.
His shoulder length, white silver hair kind of flowing as he turns and looks at you. Ah, friends, you return. Got with a little more coin in hand.
Always. And we've managed to see you every day this week.
You certainly have. I do not have more potions yet.
Right.
That's okay.
Do you still have that Leviathan axe, though?
That I do.
That was how much then?
Let me just check my ledger.
I have it here. That was 950. Yes.
Thanks, Amazon Prime.
It's on my wish list.
Speaking of which, mute that bitch.
You know, we have been bringing you quite a bit of business. Is there
Certainly.
any way you can get a little bit of a discount?
Maybe a package deal. We're looking at getting that, and I pull out my bow. I was wondering how much it would be and how long it would take to enchant something like this.
What manner of shame? What level?
Likely the first. I doubt you could afford past that right now.
I don't.
+1.
Yeah. Is that? I mean, I didn't even know I could do +2 at this point. Like, is that something?
It'd be very expensive.
Okay. Yeah. So, how much for the first level?
Enchantment of that sort. I need probably a week. Call it 2,000.
Oh, thank you.
We still have money in the way, maybe. Maybe we'll see how much that is.
Would you like a refresher on my other wares?
Yes.
Do you have anything new?
I do not have anything new. But the voice of the mountain, which I'm sure you remember, the band of projected thoughts, telepathic ring. The wearer can choose an individual that they would see nearby, and then they are telepathically linked to that individual until they choose another one, no matter how far away. That was 2,000 gold. There's the Leviathan Axe for 950. There is the Vindicated Blade.
So is the Leviathan Axe +1?
It is not.
What?
But it returns to your hand.
It's
So she can throw it and get it back.
the God of War axe.
Yeah.
Oh, the God of War Axe, not +1.
I forget.
Kmart.
It's either 20 foot or 30 foot throw distance, and then you can recall it no matter how far away from it you are. Force
DM
hand style
questions.
shit. It
Yeah.
will come to you no matter what.
Is that like a bonus action to recall it?
Or a free action.
That's free,
Bonus action.
And so, would that actually not out of character? Would that actually potentially not be good for you? Because then you'd be giving up attacks. I mean, you'd get distance, but then you'd be giving up. Because can't you attack with your bonus action?
I would say
No, she can't. No, she can't attack.
I can't.
No,
That's fighter.
Next-
thing.
Okay.
It's a
Next
different variant path.
level, I get 2 attacks.
Right. 2 regular
But
attacks.
regular
But that's
attacks, not
part
your
of the
bonus.
one attack.
Okay.
So you
I think
like
he's thinking
throw
of
it,
like
call it back, and
Grog,
hit something.
but he was the like berserker barbarian.
Yeah.
Okay. But, so what, she would still be able to throw it twice? Or no? That's just what I want to answer. Yeah.
Why not? Because you can take a bonus action anytime in the round, right?
Yeah, you could throw
So
it.
you could
recall
throw it,
and
bonus
throw it.
action, call back, throw it again. Then it's
But
still
then you
away.
couldn't recall it, yeah.
Yeah, and what was your next bonus
True,
action?
then then it would be gone.
Right. You return it,
But then her next turn, she could return it, throw it.
and then
And
just
then-
attack with it or some shit.
Yeah.
It's more thematic than anything.
Either way, it's 2
Possible.
attacks a round.
Possible. Yeah.
Do I know how much damage it would do?
But I mean,
Is it like
as a
a
barbarian,
D6
she's
or-
also not
No, it'd
trying
have
to be
to
at a
be a-
distance.
Yeah.
like
But just like
stuff.
if something's flying, or you know, like I'm just thinking of
I'm sorry.
ways to get her
What's the
some
dice?
distance.
Damage? It's a d12.
See, that's even better than my hammer.
It's a big
Okay,
old-
so it'd be a good upgrade regardless, even if you were attacking up front with
Because
it.
one
and not
handed, my
throwing it.
hammer only does
D8.
D8.
But
Okay.
it is a
Two-handed
two-handed
doesn't-
weapon.
Is it two-handed?
It is a two-handed axe.
So you lose your
do not
shield.
use But it's still pretty fucking cool.
It's an option. You don't have to get it.
And you
Fuck
can
off.
always be the guy that has a bunch of weapons on.
Where you can throw it
An axe.
and pull your hammer out.
In the back, and
Fought
then
like
you
something that flies.
I know, that's why I'm thinking
What
for
use
it.
am I gonna be?
I know, that's why I'm thinking for you too. But I was just trying to, if it was like the same damage as your hammer, then I don't know if it'd be worth spending 950 gold on something that you're only going to use every once in a while,
Right.
instead of just shooting with your bow.
It's keep it in your mind.
But if
Think
it's
about it.
if it's a lot more damage,
12,
then
dude.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We didn't know the damage at the time, but now that I do, I think it would be worth it.
We can get into the
Party fund.
party fun vibe.
Yeah. Vindicated Blade. It's a short sword. +1, I believe. If a spell is used against you, you can attempt to absorb that spell into the blade, which would in turn negate some of the damage done to you, and then you would be able to then try to whip that magical energy back at your attack.
Yes, for how many thousand gold?
That was 1,250 gold.
Is that using a reaction to do that, or is that just a part of your next attack?
To absorb it or cast it?
Both.
Yes. I think that's just like if you get hit with a spell, you can just do that.
Okay, you can just attack for free. By
Oh,
whipping it
no,
back.
the sending it back,
Yeah.
that's like
An action.
on the next hit the weapon makes.
Okay. What are the D's in that?
Shoot a D6 if it's a short sword.
It's a short sword d6.
Okay.
But
One.
the
Short sword or no?
spell, should you roll high enough to absorb the damage, you would absorb 2d6 of the damage. So
shit.
you would just roll 2d6, subtract that from whatever damage you're taking, and then you get to add an additional 2d6 to your next hit.
Just out of curiosity, how long would it hold a charge? And does the damage
As
type
long
change?
as you want, but you can only do that thing once per short rest.
Okay. So theoretically, I could thunderwave it or something,
Yeah,
and
you
then
could,
use thunder damage on
I
it.
could cast a bunch of spells.
But does the spell have to hit you?
It says when attacked with a spell.
I could attack you with a spell.
It's
Hit me, bro.
So it's like it's an
Smite
extension.
me.
Yeah, I mean you could hit yourself, I guess,
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You will have to take damage in order to do that.
And then it holds a charge for as long as until I use it again, or whoever uses it.
Correct. I'm gonna say it can only hold the one charge though.
Sure.
And how much was the magic damage it did?
2d6.
2d6.
2d6, yeah.
It absorbs 2d6, and then you can roll an additional
Wow.
Man,
2d6.
what if I
against
put
it.
in what's it called? It'd be like a smite pretty much. Inflict wounds on the sword with 3d10.
Well, yeah,
it only
but it
does
wouldn't do
2d6.
it. It only does
Yeah, it
2d6
doesn't do all that.
regardless.
Oh, yeah, true.
Don't kill me. You'd like be
Take
like,
30 points of damage.
because if it doesn't work,
You can
I just
now do
die. Like, oh shit.
Hey, guys, don't be Zara with your staff and
That's why it's not like terribly expensive. It is a +1,
That's what.
which is why it's as
Allows you to do
expensive as it
magical
is.
damage.
But like the absorbing of damage.
Yeah.
And that's pretty situational.
I'll keep it in mind. I'm not ready to purchase just now.
Is that it?
No.
No.
There's the life tether Ankh for 200 gold, which appears to be well within your means at this point. Which would, should you be on death's door, would allow you to stave off that knocking scythe a little bit longer. You can when you fail a death save, you can choose to succeed it instead.
And then it
The Ankh
breaks.
it is consumed in the process. But that's an automatic success after you have rolled and failed.
Just for being ridiculous like we are. Is that attuned? Or is that just a magic item?
I don't believe that requires it.
So is that something any of us can hold and if someone dies, we're like, Nyah!
No. The wearer of the necklace.
But could you put it on someone that's unconscious? See what I mean? Could you not?
Oh,
Theoretically.
Your gross ass burps.
Yeah.
Right.
I think at that point, because they are unconscious, they're not conscious of the fact that they're wearing it.
That's fair. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. So not attunement, but you
Need to wear it before you
wear
go
it when you go
unconscious.
down. Yeah.
Gotcha. Let's clear that.
what do you
I'm here to find the rules and twist.
That's fine. Homebrew items requires a little bit of finagling.
Perhaps.
Yes,
What else you got?
we should keep it on the list.
Is that it?
200 gold for that. Additionally, I have a potion of fire resistance, 350 gold. Potions of greater healing, which you did not purchase before. Those are 400 apiece. And a potion of diminution.
Little people potion.
Correct.
maybe if somebody could get a greater healing potion, and then we could save help
That's
take
44
100
plus 4?
I believe so.
It does however much that thing has in it.
40 per plus.
For 400 gold.
Yikes.
I don't know about that. So,
Do you want that axe?
you do want the
Yes.
axe. That's okay.
No.
You're allowed to want the axe.
Yes.
I suppose I could wait until after we deal with these vampires and get paid again.
You can put it on layaway.
We can
Right.
we can dip into
Is it
party
gonna go
funds.
away?
Yeah, dip into the party fund. Just
Do we
buy
need
it.
to put like a deposit on things we
I
actually
don't
want?
often have people coming in looking for axes.
Okay, so no. I feel
But
like we
the-
should probably wait to see what the rest of the gold we get is from the Madame Magas. Remember? 'Cause
You
we're
got
gonna
it,
get
right?
half of
That
it.
got
was
it.
the gold we got this
From the
morning.
chest?
Yeah, the 1200.
1200.
Fuck it, but I don't care. I thought we had more money.
We have money from the Knights of the Silver Sun coming in. Once we
Maybe.
take care of these, if we do.
So you need 500 out of that, pretty much?
No, I have. I say quietly, not in front of the camera. I already have 777 gold. I would just need about
500.
200.
Oh, it's
950.
950. The other thing was 1200. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, the short sword.
Yeah.
So,
I thought they were the same price. For me.
Yeah, because we'll need you to chop vampires.
I think that is a thing we should have.
If we get the axe and the ankh, could you give us 25 off each?
sounds good to me.
It's 1100.
Give him 175 for the ankh.
Okay. So I'm gonna give him
920.
925.
I mean, I'm just gonna,
Calculator.
Is the ankh something that's it's a homebrew item? It's not something that's in here.
It is in there yet.
Oh, it is in here.
It's homebrew, but I entered it into the system.
Okay.
I hacked. The life tether on.
what's the axe in here already?
Yep.
Can I spell Leviathan?
Levia.
Oh, there it is.
Damn, y'all, it's a badass axe.
Hi.
Fault.
Gonna be
So,
chopping up some vampires.
You gotta have
with
like
this
a
thing.
token line every now and again, so you know he's still around. Did you guys have anything left to do with Kados? Nope.
Yeah, let's go to Cracked Spines first.
Let's
We can find some dirty bucks.
You say you're looking for dirty bugs?
A little bit of smut.
do you have
You
anything
marked
with
down my
pictures?
12 silver arrows
Yes,
in there.
and I actually have it.
Nice. And you have my 37 other arrows.
I have, well, all together between you and
Yeah.
him.
And
41
yourself.
arrows.
Extras, yeah. We both got full quivers
12
too.
silver arrows.
Damn, we got like 100 plus arrows.
1,000 gold.
We
And
we
one
can send some
empty
heat.
jar of LBs.
Oh yeah, I did give you that. You gotta take that in for.
So,
Yes.
heading to the area encircled on the map given to you by the Knights of the Silver Sun, they will say during your conversation with them, just marked the locations of the various points of interest on the map that they had already given you. That way you can find them relatively quickly. So you're going to Cracked Spines first?
Yes.
Alright. Finding the bookshop, small hanging screen wooden sign outside with the namesake on there. You push open one of the two wooden double doors out front. You walk into a very quiet, relatively dim bookshop. As you enter, you see immediately you're coming into the door. There's several sets of shelves on either side of it, like a central aisle that kind of like leads down directly from the door. And you see like relatively like dim, somewhat obscured light coming from like in between the shelves, just kind of filtering out into that center aisle, and then down the aisle you see a desk, scattered books and paper, ink, quill. There are a number of candles that are all lit, and sitting behind it with his head kind of down and buried in what he's reading currently. You see a gentleman. His skin is kind of and like almost like ashen gray color. You can see there's various like black tattoo work going like down his jawline and then down his neck and kind of disappearing beneath his tunic. And as you step inside and begin to approach, he looks up at you, completely hairless. Looks to be probably in his 30s or so. Welcome to Cracked Spines. You buy book?
Maybe we were wanting to browse around a little bit first. What's your name?
Vladimir.
Vladimir. Are you in Gilvan State, Hunter? the rest of my party first.
It's good to meet Gil then. Party.
I assume we all say our names. We're having a moment here. I am Felv.
Bye, elf.
Yes.
Enjoy.
You're right.
Apparently that's all you get. So,
He is tall.
Good to meet me. Soul. Adding. This is what happens when you're not here.
yeah. Remember this. Why are we here?
You browse.
Place of interest.
You buy book.
Tell me, my good man, do you have a map section? Perhaps a section of maps?
Section, no. Map. Perhaps.
Show me your map.
A look. He gets up from behind the desk, and now that he stood up out of his chair, this dude is tall.
Does he have one eyebrow? Because he sounds like he has one eyebrow. And that's okay.
He does not have one eyebrow now. Pretty thick accent. Yes. Actually, no eyebrows. Completely hairless, from what you can tell at least. Yeah, he gets up out of his chair. You see he's extremely tall. This dude's like 6.5, maybe more.
What was his name?
Tall.
Vladimir.
Vladimir.
You
Not all
brothers in my
vampiric.
Vladimir Sonokathai.
Gozumtai.
That is my name.
I attack.
You buy books?
Stabs.
What kind of books do you have?
Regina, do you need books?
Many.
As everyone's talking to him.
He's gonna.
Like information
he walks
books
over
about
to one of the
creatures.
shelves. He's shuffling through a couple of scrolls. And it's map.
How much for a map?
Oh, hold on. What is on the map?
Land.
Which land? We don't want a
It's
map
okay.
for or.
How much is the map?
50 gold.
Okay, let me see the map first. Right.
It is all land here.
Here,
this
city?
Land. No.
Here, continent. 50 gold. Worth it.
Yes.
Mage hand.
Vladimir.
Vladimir.
Do you by any chance have some books like for children, small folk?
Maybe yes.
Okay.
Are you going to teach skills to read?
No. Well,
Lizard man cannot read. Oh.
no.
Oh.
I know.
They laughing.
This is sad.
No, I know. He cannot read.
I feel sad
Yes.
for you.
Vladimir, what is your favorite book?
Wait, I need him to get a children's book.
Yes.
Children's book.
Sure.
I also
May
would
maybe
know.
one with pictures. Lots of pictures.
I see what I have. Many book, many kind. Shut up, Siri.
It's for the kids.
It's for the
God damn it. Yeah. He ducks into one of the aisles and you hear some like shuffling around. Comes out with a couple of books in hand. Book for pictures. He opens it up. The first one he opens is like Kama Sutra, like it's like sex position.
He knocks that one up.
How much for that?
I mean, maybe a few of the party might need that book.
No.
It's pictures. No picture book.
No, not like.
Picture book 25 gold. Shut up. Okay, I keep it. It's back on my shop.
Was that your favorite book?
No. Sometimes. Other picture opens it up. This one you see sketches of kind of like cartoony looking like animals. Almost reminiscent of like really old like original like Winnie the Pooh artwork, that kind of vibe.
Yeah, I'll take.
Used for child.
Is there words in it, or is it just pictures?
There are some words, yes.
Yeah, I will take that one.
Good. 10 gold.
Difficult.
Story book. Shield.
And then do you have books to help teach
Expensive books.
people how to read?
Think about
Same.
5 rooms. 30 gold.
Do you have 2 of them?
10 gold.
Big book.
Well, no, I
guess that's not that
I
bad.
need like children books.
That's like 100.
This book.
But do you have another one?
No.
No. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you the writer?
Other picture book. Few words, many pictures.
That's how you teach me how to read through Karma Sutra book.
It could work.
I'll just.
I don't need to know those things.
I know.
Teach it to Drya.
Drya, would you like that book?
10 gold, you get a children's story book.
Do you have any books about like creatures and like various creatures or monsters or fiends or anything like that? Along those lines. Like educational books or legend.
Maybe. Hello.
Okay, can we pay attention to his face when I say like creatures, legends, that kind of stuff, just to see if anything?
What are you trying to pick up?
If
he's a vampire.
becoming suspicious. Yeah. If he looks like he's suspicious of us, or if he's like just.
Not a bad idea.
He's large.
If he looks
Is that like
just like
spell
off at all,
for you or just
when you ask
Yeah.
for it? Okay.
Like if he like, you know how some people like, if you say something, then just like.
Yeah.
Can you use it more than
for a second.
X amount of times per day?
Inside.
While he's walking
Not what I'm
away,
good at, but okay.
What's your ass gonna do?
I know. Because nobody else is asking. 10.
10? No, he just looks. He kind of has the same look on his face that he's had the whole time. He's just like trying to help you wherever.
Okay.
I find book. So he does some of the alley, starts shuffling through some more stuff.
is there anyone else in the store?
There is one other gentleman who's kind of like in one corner, just like perusing some shelves.
Alright. I'm gonna.
Does he have eyebrows?
Does he look like he works there?
He does. He does not look like he works there. I mean, as far as you can tell. Seems to be a patron.
As Vladimir goes back to get that other book for, I'm gonna like grab my holy symbol and do divine sense.
The details of which.
I can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Gotcha.
So it's like, I wanted to use it while he's walking back, so he's like right in front of me, but I don't want him to see that I'm doing something.
Like, while his back is to you. Gotcha. You do get a ping. You do get a ping.
Get the fuck out of here.
Him?
Undead.
Shit.
Or the other guy?
He's gray. Duh.
He comes back out of the aisle. Hey, monster books.
Monster.
Can I flick through one, or is he like.
Yeah, he kind of proffers them to you.
Just gonna kind of flip through one.
One is called a monster manual. You flip through.
Yeah.
And then-
3rd edition or what?
it's like advanced D&D, like first edition. There's like various
Vintage.
like it's like a legends and lore kind of thing, like who's who, like.
So was it written by some wizards on a coast?
Hey, babe.
Were they on the Glen Isle?
Various beasties and legends surrounding them, things that are believed. And the other is a kind of a general book about the hells, or at least the like perceived things about the
I'm
hells.
trying to find it out.
Okay. For the monster manual thing, is it just like
You said it was like just like legends of things, not
Do you
like,
give us any weird
It's
books?
broken down like
are there any
beast to beast.
pictures?
Not there's a lot lacking. It's
description?
not a very big book. Pictures, no. But like things are like named, and then it's just like whatever legend and lore this author was able to gather about them are laid out.
How much for this book?
For Monster Manual, 13. Good book. Stories.
I'll buy it.
That's the other gentleman walking through the room to another shop.
I'll buy that.
Monster Manual for you, 35. Good
Not
book.
30 since I already bought a book.
35.
Are you sure?
Monster Manual, good book.
I'm a good customer.
Spin your once.
30 elf. Yeah, it's 30 cool.
Just give him a look.
Dap those eyelashes. Do you want to hold on to it, Virginia?
Sure, yeah, thanks. For now.
Vladimir, do you have any books that are more rare and fancy in nature? Could I learn to be a better person from any of your books? Could any of them make me
Do you
prettier?
have any books for dummies?
More.
He had that picture book.
No. Perhaps more persuasive. A book to make me more persuasive, or
Picture book make you very persuasive.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to ask if he has any of those fancy, like, read it, get +1 attribute books.
I figured that's what
Yeah.
you were fishing for.
I just don't fucking say it. Books to make me sex better.
Magic book, no.
Okay.
Not magic book. Just book.
I've never seen one. I've only heard them. Who knows if they are
You
real?
buy picture book, get good with the ladies.
I am good with the ladies.
Are you?
Yes. Sometimes I said I have 3 hands.
Would you like to be better?
How much was it to gain? Why am I talking like you? I don't. I feel like we are siblings from a similar matron.
It's
Brother from another mother?
20 gold for picture book.
The one thing. Oh, okay. Yes.
You get
Oh, okay.
very, very good. You gotta see, brings you back the Kama Sutra. Picture book.
I put it.
You'll be very good at sex with these.
I take it. I go like.
To look.
Let me leaf through it real quick. I'm like, yes. And I put it in the shared thing.
Check those pages later.
Oh no, we'll stick it together.
This is a group book.
Party on.
No. Why?
Some people might need tips and tricks.
Yes.
All the tips. Just the tips.
Stab.
There we go. There's our name.
Just the tips.
Or tips and tricks. That's not bad. I'll write that down.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Tips and tricks.
I have a list of 6 more, by the way. Other than tips and tricks. But
The new ones?
Yeah.
Ah. Hey, more book. Buy more book. You buy more book.
is it a question or a response?
You buy more.
No, I think
Roll for
we
social.
think we are okay.
Do you have any old songbooks?
The songs.
Apparently
Yeah,
we're not okay.
maybe. That. No songbook.
No.
No. A poem book. A song.
Is it a good poem book? Or is it kind of cheaty?
In middle. There's a little shitty, but good.
Oh. How much?
Hey, 10 gold.
But is that 10 gold for all of it, or 10 gold for the good parts? Or is it 5 gold for the good parts, 5 gold for the shitty parts? Because I don't want to pay for those.
It's 10 gold for a book.
Fuck. Can I persuade you? I'd buy it for 5 gold. Otherwise, I do not want it.
Roll persuasion.
It's okay. I'm good.
First roll on it?
Yeah.
I know. I had to roll something.
No, I rolled
I know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you?
inside.
12.
Man, there's not a lot of roll. 12.
Not great, but
Hey,
About to be a lot of roll.
they keep.
Maybe it can take the place of your current massive 3 book.
Salt, did you need any books on plants?
he
and
already got the
things?
titty book.
And the plants and things.
That's all I need. I
Oh
reckon.
man, I'm gonna have to think about it. I can always come back tomorrow or something.
I think that's
Oh, no.
Alright, we walk out.
You know buy more book?
no, thank you.
Perhaps later.
How many
I walk
books
out.
Can we buy one day?
I don't know. Well, I feel like you'll be mad at any amount of books.
How much were these shopping? No, just kidding. We leave. We're
The whole
leaving.
thing.
We're just leaving.
How much for your business license?
Many sorts.
Did any of us see Dryad do the trick with us fingers?
Tips here or
I
tricks.
grabbed my hands.
So we probably
Tricks with
have
my
noticed that.
fingers. It ain't a spell.
So you exit,
Divine shit.
step out onto the street.
So we're heading to the
We've
next
left.
place, or should we
Yes.
come up with some questions for him other than what kind of books he has on the
I
skirt?
think
I don't know.
we should
Yeah,
watch
it's like
him.
He was
we're
creepy.
walking.
Yeah, we're walking.
Certainly can be.
Yeah, we're walking.
Talking.
Is anybody following us? I look to see if anyone's following us.
Roll perception.
All the rules then.
It's not that good.
I mean, he didn't exactly wince or anything when I asked
7.
about the monster books. So
Coast is clear.
Is there any like alleys coming up? Like or next to?
Yeah, there's a number of them, just like as you're walking
I
down.
don't want to be like right next to the building, but maybe the building over.
Sure.
But, guys, this way.
Alright.
While we were in there, I grabbed hold of my holy symbol and it did the same thing that it did to me. That is that.
Grab hold of that holy symbol.
And do I know if they're undead from that? Like I know he's undead?
Yeah, what kind of? Because you knew that she was a fiend.
Yeah, you got undead.
And he's an undead.
I immediately dart back out of the alley and just like keep an eye on the place.
Interesting.
Makes me think that.
Well, I feel like we're predetermined to think vampire. May not be so, but it is worth.
But this was also a place of interest.
Right, it's
From the
definitely
source.
worth knowing. But is he the vampire, or has he been turned?
Well, let's refer to our monster manual
They've all
that we
been.
have now and flip through the pages and see if there's a vampire section in here.
I'll look through mine and see if there's a vampire section.
Should
Is there?
do you think that us getting that book might have tipped him off though? Do you think he's going to?
I don't think so.
We bought a lot of random shit.
Yeah, we got a
We
bunch
got a lot of
of
random.
I mean, we bought a lot of things.
And I mean, we're wearing armor, so we look like adventurers in the first place.
I have my
Well,
clue.
I don't have armor, but you know, axes and various weapons.
I feel like everybody in this period of time either looks like a victim or looks like an aggressor. Like, there's no one in the middle.
Alright.
So,
Well, maybe we visit the other places first. See what it's like.
Yes.
See if we find someone at each.
And then
Fair.
I think we watch him later.
Should we?
And tell the Silver Sons.
Do you
Should we not
want
watch
me to
him
run
now?
back up to the
Well, it's working hours, right?
Or-
the other
Boarhat.
Borat? The Boarhat?
yeah.
Maybe have the Knights of the Silver Sun keep an eye.
Keep an eye on them, and then I can meet you at the next place you guys are headed to.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yes. Maybe take Thol with you
Right.
so that you're not split up.
Or maybe some just.
I think we should go in pairs though,
Or maybe that's true.
Yeah,
so someone doesn't disappear.
true. So you're running back to the boar hat to tell them, And then coming back to where are we going next?
The lone place.
Yes. Or we could go to Gleam or
Clincher
Clincher
Loans,
Loans.
then
What is
Gleam.
the next place that's closest to where we're at?
We
Oh,
probably wouldn't know, honestly.
yeah, all these places I've never been.
Yeah, you get the brothel, dockmaster's office, dirty sack, clincher loans, and gleam. Pick one.
Gleam.
None of them are terribly far.
Yeah, Gleam.
Yeah. We'll go Gleam, then the Clincher Loans place.
And then the
Come
dock.
back there, and then if we're not that one,
Okay.
and then
We could even do the
Give me a
dock
look
in
at
the
that map
evening too.
again real quick. I'm
Well,
just
no,
gonna
it'd be
study
more
it for a
bustling during
minute.
the day. The dock would probably be more bustling during the day.
Right. Okay.
I give her the map. So she can find her way back. And this is the list we're going, pretty much from the bottom up. So Gleam, Clincher Loans, Dirty Sack, and the Dock Master Shack. So you'll find us eventually. God damn it.
Righteous. So Gilvin and Thal head off to
Yeah, we did that.
the Boar Hat to collect the Knights of the Silver Sun. I'm just trying to bring them back here.
Or at least get one of them to watch. We're gonna have
The activity.
explain. Yeah, watch that thoroughly with the others.
And the rest of you are going to gleam.
Before he leaves, I was gonna spout out the new names. You can just think about it when you walk.
Okay.
So these were from totally a bullshit generator online. Foe Flayers, the Dawn Guards, the Iron Shroud. Cool names, right? Song of Blades or Song of Swords. Shadow Legion, Steel Storm, and Tips and Tricks. That's all I got. Continue.
Okay.
They were good. So I had to explore.
We're also welcome to try about whatever, whenever.
Oh, Dariah. Since we were walking and no one else is around. We were thinking, do we tell you IRL about the Underground Railroad, trying to find some other, like, Bahamut related or Dragonborn, like, central knowledge thing to go at? Were you around when we were talking about that? So that, but in character. Do you know of any incognito sort of name or something we could relate to the Dragonborn people as to know that we are
You still
friends?
haven't even told us about trying to those people for it, right?
That's true, but we were talking about people. Do you know?
I'll have to give that some thought.
You can roll a religion check.
Another group name, Thoughts and Prayers.
Ooh, cool fun.
That'll be one of the thoughts.
Thoughts and glares.
13 minus 3.
Slayers.
10.
It's intelligence. What the fuck?
You, there's one you recall, about the like fortified castle that Bahamut is said to call home, is often described as being somewhere beyond the east wind.
I was also thinking something to do with the platinum. He is the platinum dragon.
Shit. Hold on, give me a few minutes to
Platinum
lyricize that.
heroes.
What's that?
I said the platinum heroes.
Platinum goals.
Not bad. See, can we put platinum in any of those other ones to make them less tacky
Platinum
sounding?
swords.
The platinum song.
Knights of
Swords of
the Knights of the Platinum Round Table.
The Silver Sons, the Platinum Sons.
Platinum shrouds.
Platinum Shroud, not bad. Platinum Guard.
You know the platinum. That sounds super fancy.
Platinum Legion.
You're a very small legion.
Platinum storm. Storm of platinum.
Platinum.
Storm of the eastern winds.
That one's pretty cool.
It's long.
So.
Stew.
No.
Platinum win.
The platinum winds. Not bad. Platinum shroud's kind of cool.
Platinum shroud.
Platinum fighters. Platinum warriors.
The platinum tips.
My gosh.
Oh my god, sorry, that's gonna be really bad.
Hold on, clap and like reduce the volume.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that later.
Wind Legion.
Did you put platinum down for the list? That way we.
Platinum and east wind. That's what you said. Because Bahamut's castle or palace, whatever, is somewhere beyond the eastern wind. Yet you write the most notes. I don't get it.
Yeah, guys.
You just write shit.
Oh, we're just trying to think of the name.
Names.
I remember the.
So far we got the platinum tips.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe the.
Good.
I don't dislike it.
Don't just like the platinum tips. No.
They're pretty hard.
You find it in the Karma Sutra book. Inspiration.